Hi there, it's LDake again with Kale Realty, your Illinois licensed broker. And today I'm talking to you investors who, instead of just buying and flipping, maybe you're thinking about hanging on to them, holding them, and becoming a landlord. Well, I got a few tips for you, first of which is to hire me. But seriously, I got a few things to talk to you about that hopefully will help you out with your business. Stick around. Okay, and we're back. So the number one piece of advice that I can give you is no matter what you do, be consistent. And that, of course, includes terms and requirements that you're putting forth to one person when they're applying for a unit, that you're doing it for someone else, the same. Now, however you want to do things, this is going to go hand in hand with the first one, is that you got to know your local laws and ordinances. Maybe you have a cousin in a different part of the country that he operates his business one way. Well, may not work here. So make sure that you know the local laws and ordinances. It's real important. Now, second tip is I always tell folks to know what the deal breakers are for your local market. In some areas, tenants are expecting all the bells and whistles. In other areas, hey, as long as it's got a stove and a fridge, they're good. And of course, some things, price can fix it. I know that maybe you want to put in a dishwasher in a unit, but it's just not going to work out with the layout. Well, sometimes if you market it for $50 less a month, then you'll get it rented. Or if you're a little bit more lenient on your terms, something like that. But make sure that you know what other units in your area, what they're offering, what their price points are, all comparative. Now, when you do get an applicant, one of the things that I'm really big about is I research all the information that's provided, and I will present that to my landlord clients. That includes making sure that when they have rental history, I'm actually getting that rental history. I'm finding out what the current landlord's saying. Some landlords don't require rental history. Some do. Some have minimum 2 years, things like that. But if you're presented with information, you want to verify what they're telling you. Now, here's something that I find is very important, and it's been something going on for many years. At lease signing, I always tell people, cashier's check or a money order only. Don't take cash, don't take personal checks, don't let them Venmo you or anything like that. And the reason is you haven't established a true relationship yet. Once you do that, then it's they're in your books and things are settled. But at first, right at the lease signing, keep it to cashier's checks or money orders. Now, on that too, if you're accepting money, always give a receipt. Don't just assume that if they wrote you a personal check that the canceled check is their receipt. No. You want to make sure you're giving a receipt. You can buy a book of them at the office supply store. They're not that expensive. But make sure that everything that's on the receipt is very detailed. And here is one last nugget that is probably going to be one of these on you more than anything else. And that is that a vacant unit costs less than a nightmare tenant. And remember, I always have time for you and your referrals.